buddy boy. Here we go again. There we go. That's the online. That's the online I know and love. Let's get everything set up. Get everybody in here. See if my liveness is apparent to anybody. Yep, the chat's working. Check out. How do I get my link? Link it. How do I easily get the link to my own live stream? Why does that seem to be a hard thing to do? Where is just the fucking... Where's a button that I click that just takes me to my own live stream so that I can link it on Twitter? I don't know how to do that. Well, I give up. Hey, everybody. It's a live stream. It looks like you're all here anyway. I don't need to link it on Twitter. There's already 1,000 fucking people in here. I'm procrastinating from the fact that I'm supposed to be editing my top 20 anime of 2016 video. I still have a bunch of files to convert and shit, and I just want to not do it at all. I'm currently like 3 minutes into the 17-minute first part of the video. Please stream in the weekends. I can't tell when it's a weekend. I don't know the difference. It makes no difference to me. Maybe one day you'll manage to catch a weekend calf. I can't meet everybody's needs, unfortunately. So, I was thinking about doing a thing on this live stream. I want to hear you guys' opinions yet about this idea. There's this Discord group called the PCP Fan Discord. It's a bunch of fans of the Procrastinators podcast. And I was thinking about going in there and just having a bunch of them join me in a call and then just talk to them for a live stream and then leave forever. What do you guys think of that idea? Does that sound boring or interesting compared to just sitting here talking to the chat? Let me know. Clicking share will let me post it on Twitter. How could it be a video to help me from procrastinating? Why would live streaming ever save me from procrastinating? Yes, I have an editor, which is the Devu, but he is not editing this particular video because the top 20 anime of 2016 would require him to watch all 20 of those anime, of which he's seen probably half or a little more than half. And I needed to come out quickly. And it's not the kind of video that requires a lot of editing. It's mostly just slamming a bunch of footage of the show into the little 3-minute chunk that I probably talk about it. So that's why it's not a particularly difficult edit job. It's just, you have to do it. Like, at minimum, what this video requires, because in order to get past copyright, me and Devu developed the technique of only ever showing clips that are less than 10 seconds long. 10 seconds or less. That's the rule. So at minimum, that means there has to be 6 clips a minute. So if it's 17 minutes, I can't do math, but I'm sure it's a lot. What would it be? Like 100 clips or so, which means finding 100 clips to slot in, which is effort. Not that it's super difficult effort, it just is effort. Yeah, I know that Munchie says the Discord group is cancer, but I just gotta know. I gotta know what it's like in there. I gotta know what's going on behind the scenes. So to do it, I'll have to put on headphones. I don't really have any other plan for this live stream, so I might as well do the one I came up with. I don't know how many people are going to be in there at this time. I don't know how busy their group is going to be. I'm sure one of them's got to be in here knowing that this is about to happen. Warning them, battening down the hatches. All right. The only way I know to get there is that there's a link on the Procrastinators subreddit. Hopefully this link works still. Oh god, it took me to the app. I don't want to go to the app. Here we go. Alright, yep, they knew I was coming. Alright. Okay. Oh, the whole thing was on screen for a second there. Alright, I'm going to just jump into the Listen Buddy voice channel, and anybody who wants to come talk to me.
Hey.
Hello. Alright, we've got people joining in. Hey everybody,
Oh,
welcome
God,
to the
there's some
live
people.
stream.
Hey.
Anybody have any idea what to say on this live stream? I just decided to bomb in here and see what would happen. It seemed like a good idea.
I don't know.
No.
They all just woke up.
The voice chat's gonna get too crowded.
Yeah,
I
there's
think.
only way too many people here.
I'm just impressed by how many people there are in this PCP fan group. I had assumed I'd heard about this for a long time. I've heard that there's this PCP fan group, and I was thinking there's probably like 15 people in there, like at most, like 15 regulars who are always posting, and then no one else cares, and that it would be like dead most of the time. And then Ben came in and he told me there was like 100 people online at a given time, and I was like, oh my god, how is that possible? How could there be so many PCP fans?
There's not as many regulars, if that's okay.
How active is this chat? Are you guys just talking all the time about the PCP? I guess I can find out because I can just scroll up and look at it. How active is this chat? Are you guys just talking all the time? All right, if you want to be in the voice chat, you have to wear headphones. That's the official rule of this voice chat.
Absolutely.
Not a single person is saying anything. There's like 17 people in here.
It's scary.
Faggot.
It's scary, man.
Well, I'm just going to keep answering questions for the chat then. How do I get those clips and where do I download them from? I just go and torrent all the shows illegally, and then I rip them through Handbrake, which is a file conversion machine that changes MKVs into MP4s. And then I throw them into Sony Vegas and edit them together.
You use Handbrake over something batch like the FFmpeg?
I've never heard of FFmpeg, but is it better than Handbrake at the same thing?
No, because it's a command line utility. So.
I just keep hearing noises. All I'm hearing is noises of people going plop-plink, plop-plunk, plop-plink into the thing.
I'd say it's nice for automation. You can just set it to run versus a whole folder. I don't know if Handbrake can do this. And it can just convert everything, which is nice.
Yeah,
that does sound nice.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
What was it called, you said?
FFmpeg, MPEG.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that actually Handbrake uses FFmpeg.
Oh.
Yeah, it probably does.
Well, then maybe it's the exact same thing and I'm already fine. But all I know is Handbrake can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So if there's another one that can do it better, then that would be of interest, I'm sure. But
If you're not scared of the command line, I'd say it's worth a shot.
well, I am scared of the command line. It's terrifying.
So I got a better question. Why didn't you like Shrek when you were high the other last month? Or
That is a great question. Shrek was a waking nightmare. It was the worst movie I've ever seen, and it was so sad because the whole reason I watched it is that, like, you know, everyone makes fun of Shrek like it's a meme. You know, it's this big meme show.
It pretty much is a meme.
Yeah, I mean, what I remember loving it as a kid. Like, I remember watching that movie over and over again on DVD and really liking it. So I thought, you know, I remember Shrek being okay. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. And headphones, Alistair. Maybe I'll go back and watch it again and see if it's okay. You know, and find out that it's actually a good movie, and then, you know, and everyone was wrong for making it into just a meme.
well, maybe you should just watch Shrek 2 at that point, because I remember Shrek 2 was a lot better than Shrek 1 even as a kid.
I remember as a kid not liking Shrek 2 as much, and I think it might have just been because I had seen Shrek 1 so many times that, like, maybe the appeal of it wasn't so much that it was a good movie as that I'd just seen it and was familiar with it, and then, you know, seeing another one, it was like, because I only ever saw the second one twice, or once rather, and I don't know what it was, but I decided I was super high for the, I've only ever been high twice in my life, but this is the second time, and it was on Christmas Day, and I'm like, fuck it, let's put on Shrek. It's right there, it's on DVD, and I started up, and it's right at the moment that I've just hit the level of high that is too much to handle anything around you. And I put on this movie, and like every second of it, like all I can think about is how ugly the models are. The character models are hideous. I don't know how much of that is because it's old, but like they're just not expressive. They can't like emote very well. They just don't have. They're all very bland and generic, which I think might be part of the point because it's like a parody of generic fantasy stuff, but they all look terrible. And then like just the shot compositions are boring, the way that the way it's directed is boring. The dialogue all sounds like it was recorded like one line at a time. Like there was like the characters weren't actually talking to each other. They were all just reading off each line and trying to give the best take of that line, and the music's all just stock bullshit. I don't know if this is all true. This is just what I was interpreting out of the movie while watching it super high. And
You
like,
couldn't have picked the worst movie to watch.
I
at that time.
guess so.
How many of those movies did they make?
I think they get
five?
plans for number 5 right now on Co.
Oh,
God.
I thought it was dead.
Plus, they have a ton of spin-offs and TV
Yeah.
versions they
Fucking
do on
meme money,
Fox.
bro.
There was the Puss in Boots movie and all that
Oh,
other
yeah.
bullshit.
They got the
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I only remember seeing the first and second one. I never saw any of the other Shreks. I just
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
expect
don't.
it to be that bad. I thought maybe it was an okay movie, but clearly not.
Have any opinion on the B movie?
I've
What
never
was
seen
that?
the B movie.
Good.
You like
dude,
It's
ads?
after my time, I think. Like I'm too old to have watched it sincerely in any context.
It's even more of a meme.
It's
Hey,
an
Digi.
enormous waste of time.
Digi, can you believe Gurren Lagann is 10 years old?
Oh God, it will be in like a couple months.
Yeah.
Well, the
Aren't
fun,
they doing like some anniversary thing? I heard a rumor that they're making another mecha with like cute girls as an honor for
All of them.
have not heard anything about that.
That's just what I've heard. It was just a rumor.
Was
But
40
yeah, holy
years ago.
shit, time flies fast. 10 years. It's been 10 years since that anime aired.
Yeah.
Everyone's old.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
Dragon Ball aired 40 years ago.
it's exciting. It's exciting for me because Gurren Lagann started at almost exactly like well, I would say a month and a half before my anime blog started. So this is like we're coming up on the exact 10th anniversary of when I started writing about anime. So yeah, it'll be because that was the first season I ever covered was Gurren Lagann, Lucky Star, Hayate the Combat Butler. What else was out that season? I don't remember what else was out. I know at the same time I had watched like Simone and Welcome to the NHK, but those came out the year before. But that's all the stuff I wrote about on the like very beginning of when I started up my anime blog. So I've got something in mind for the 10th anniversary video I'm gonna make that I don't know how much detail I should give away of it. But it's gonna be about tits.
Good.
Really?
Awesome.
I'm
Right.
interested now.
On some level, on most of the level, it'll be about tits.
Now, are you a plot man or a backstory man? Tell us again.
That's the,
The
best
only
way
important-
to phrase that
Definitely,
question.
definitely a plot man.
Plotting
Yeah, backstory man in 2017.
Backstory's better.
Yeah. Fuck off, man.
What's the meme word for thighs? How do we get that in there?
Uh,
At the end of Space Dandy,
Character development.
he eventually
Like
decided
reading
on
between the
thighs.
lines or something?
Yeah, it's true. Who is better, Honey or Scarlet?
Honey or Scarlet? Out of what?
Space Dandy.
Oh,
Which one was better?
yeah.
Yeah, Scarlet was that chick with the glasses, the one that was in charge of.
Well, she had the
depot.
she had the best episode out of the two of
Yeah.
them.
Dude, I fucking cried so hard when like they break up. It was such bullshit.
No spoilers.
You should have seen it by now. Like, that's
You should go watch Space Dandy. Everybody should go watch Space Dandy.
oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
Great.
It's
that's
as
not a
as
good
Bebop,
excuse,
but
I
it's
think.
up there.
Is that so so amazing that Space Tandy? I'm doubt like Is this
Oh,
anime
I watched
questions
it.
only?
What?
I,
I did
I
not
watched
understand what the hell
your
you just
video,
said.
Digi.
Yes?
Digi. I watched your video about Space Tandy, but I am doubt yet. Like I'm not convinced.
Oh, you're not convinced that you should watch it, is what you're saying? Well,
Yeah.
just watch it
why don't
and
you watch an
convince
anime
yourself.
more your style, like Lucky Star?
I'm
Yeah.
sure you
What?
won't miss that slot of your life. I'm
I
sure
watched
you'll be
like
fine if
5
you watch it.
episodes, really liked it, but then forgot about it. I'll get back to it.
You gotta get back to it. You gotta
Yeah.
finish it. The second season's even better than the first one of Space Dandy.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Is it? I only watched
many
the first one.
magnitudes better.
What's your favorite episode of Space Dandy?
Oh man, that's a really hard question. God, there's a lot of great stuff in season 2.
I like the one where they meet the what is it, the 4D girl?
Yeah,
And then-
that's definitely one of the
that
best.
was my favorite. At the end where they're aligned and they say, "Oh shit, now we're going to 0 dimension. We're fucking dead."
Yeah.
Also, disco episode. The disco episode is so good.
I really love the
racing one was
one where they go, where like Space Dandy goes to this world that's like it's like the world of the dead or something, and he looks like Aradagi.
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
and
Yeah, that's the best one.
I didn't understand
one's amazing.
anything that happened in that episode, but it was awesome. I was just like, what the
was
fuck
definitely
is
the
this?
best one.
That had like the best music too,
Paradox, you suck.
honestly.
Because essentially, if you take away all forms of suffering, you can't have happiness. Because I don't know how to say it, like,
Are you talking about that episode? Is that what it was about?
yeah, that episode.
I'd have to watch it again. I haven't watched Space Dandy since it aired, but
That was 2014, so 3 years ago.
Getting on that 3 years.
Yeah.
It's been a God. Everything flies by, man. My perception of time is
15 years old.
What was Log Horizon? That was 13 too, right?
yeah. Log Horizon started in 2013 and went up through.
Kill la Kill was like the end of 13 to the beginning of 14, so it was sort of like an in between.
Yeah.
What a fucking amazing time for anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, 2017 is looking good. We got Code Geass season 3.
Oh,
We got Full Metal
Debatable.
Panic. We already got
I gotta-
Konosuba.
I have to watch season 2 of Code Geass before I can even consider
you haven't
season
You
3.
haven't seen season 2?
I
Oh,
I
wow.
watched
Shit.
I watched the
Yeah,
first.
goodbye.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched the first 10 episodes of season 2 while they were airing, and it was fun. And I was trying. I think this is what used to happen to me back in the day. This is why I fail so much at watching currently airing anime. Is that anytime I started writing about a show while it was airing, that would cause there to be like a pressure. Like, you know, a new episode comes out, and now it's like I feel afraid to watch it because I know I have to write about it because I've set myself up to have to write about it. So, you know, I wrote a video about like not a video, but a blog post about like episode 10 of season 2, and then with the expectation I'd keep doing it, and then the very next episode I just never watched it because I didn't want to have to write about it. So then, but I know all the spoilers, and I was hanging out. One of the most magical experiences I had in the anime community was hanging out on A when the last episode aired, because the
Sure, that was
entire,
amazing.
literally every thread on the board for
The
24
internet
hours was
exploded.
just about the ending of Code Geass. It was fucking beautiful.
The best times of A were Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, and Kill la Kill. Nothing else comes close.
I missed
You don't
out
like
on
the
both Gurren
DVD
Lagann and Kill
thread?
la Kill, but I was
Oh,
there
you
for
should've
Code
been there.
Geass
Those were
R2.
wild. You had a bunch of V crossborders and a bunch of U faggots. They got in there and shit up the thread.
Sounds like a glorious time.
So I
Yeah.
noticed on your Mal Digi that you've never watched Boku no Pico or the other two OVAs.
No, I have
You
not.
call yourself an anime
Not a real
fan?
monkey fan.
Not a real monkey fan. Yeah.
You don't watch Boku no Pico to enjoy it. You watch it to sort of say, "Hey, I've seen it," and you can shit on it.
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
Watch
the.
it so you can be
When I'm
realistic.
the type of guy when everyone tells me that something is bad, I then don't watch it. Like, it's
Amen, bro.
like I never watched
The
Two Girls
ultimate
One
blue
Cup
pill.
because literally everyone watched it and said it's the most disgusting thing in the world.
Oh,
You got to
you're
watch it.
missing
And I
out.
went, why would I watch that? That sounds. Why would I do that?
Yeah, but you are a otaku journalist, and that's investigative journalist. It's not
Sure, I get to choose my stories though. I don't have to investigate everything.
Honestly, maybe the time it was popular, Two Girls One Cup was gross. Now it's kind of like tame as fuck.
Yeah,
compared
quaint
to some
compared to
other
how-
shit.
Yeah, it is
The
pretty
point
tame.
of Two Girls One Cup is that you get tricked into watching it.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, that was someone tried at the very beginning of it coming out. One of my friends linked it to me, but it was on the full like web page for the video, and it took so long to load on my computer that like because I was on like shit internet, and so there was just like a little like cartoony drawing of like a cup full of shit that was at the top of the page, and like that started to load in, and I went, that looks like this is gonna be poop related, and so I clicked away, and I never got
by
tricked
bad
into watching
internet.
it.
Yeah, you were on shit internet, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't we all
You mean-
agree the
you
internet was
know-
more wild in those days?
You never got tricked by the meat spin or anything like that?
No,
Party.
I don't think, no, I've never seen Meat Spin still, but I used to rickroll people religiously back when that was a thing.
Like,
Rickrolling was the only good.
once you got rickrolled yourself, you go on a religious mission
Yeah.
to rickroll everyone you possibly can.
My favorite was that my family had these phones that that worked as walkie-talkies, and so whoever just came in headphones. There you go. Yeah, we had these phones that worked as walkie-talkies, so I would just like call my family and just put the phone next to the speaker and rickroll them across the house.
Oh God.
Super
Wow.
obnoxious.
What's the new meme thing now?
There's
Like
so
to
many.
link people to. You can't, because everyone knows. No one will ever fall for
the
a
internet is
link
too
again.
big now.
Yeah.
The closest thing I can think of to the new Rickroll is the Dio meme.
The what?
Yeah, or the
Yes,
Yeah, but
that's similar.
Dio's
That's
been
pretty
dead
similar.
for a while.
I think
really.
I think all mystery on the internet died that day on April Fool's like 2010 or so, when YouTube made it so every video on YouTube would go to Rickroll. Like anything you clicked on the front page would
Yeah, it was
Rickroll
like-
you. And I think that was the official moment when like everyone knew, everyone in the world knew, okay, this is a thing the internet is that it just tricks you and it's full of lies, and we all are on board, and like
Once it gets popular, it's no longer interesting.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
ew, YouTube's doing it now. They know.
Now the whole internet is kind of popular, so
Yeah.
everything is fucked.
Has anyone ran into the meme where it's like some guy on a bunch of 4chan boards, he just like uploads dolphin porn and like renames it as different things?
Oh yeah, and he puts it on your
What?
Mega, so you keep downloading it again and again. I hate that. And it's not just one guy; it's a ton of people. I hate them all.
Oh, the
Yeah,
guy who
that's
originated
funny.
it, I'm gonna give him the credit.
I'm glad I'm good, I guess, at avoiding these things. Maybe I just don't.
Yeah.
You don't watch
download enough.
cartoons, Digi, so
Someone in the
It's-
chat
it's
mentioned
everything.
sending nudes. That's closer to the new Rickroll than internet.
Oh my god, remember, this was like several months ago, but remember when people are sending pictures of their hairy butthole to everybody?
What?
No.
No, I'm very
It's like a
glad I
constant
don't.
thing.
This is
I'm
a
Yeah.
thing.
glad I
This is a
didn't get
thing.
into that.
The great butthole craze of summer 2016.
Where was this? Where do you
Where did-
guys
Great
go?
butthole craze.
Really,
Some
the
weird
ultimate
shit.
form of this is just viruses.
Well, sure,
Nah.
but
It's not creative
That's the
enough.
ultimate.
Yo,
But-
we should start the new thing. We can.
No. to bring it back to Boku no Pico, though, I have at least seen I've seen like clips of the sex scenes, which are extremely well animated. Boku no Pico is like probably one of the best looking anime porns out there.
Well, it's a shorter. It's
But
shorter,
it's
so they can do more with it.
Well, all of them are short. Anime porn is always like 1 or 2 episodes, but Boku no Pico is because the thing is, it's the guy who did the designs for it is like one of the most revered hentai artists. Like he's the same guy who did Bible Black and Star Jewel, which are all like really high quality
Kurohino's
porn
the
anime.
best.
So
What went wrong in his life to make him work on that?
I don't know, man. He's really into fucking dick girls and little boy dong, I guess. But
I'd say everything went right then.
yeah.
So traps are gay.
Did somebody say dick girl?
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
You into that?
You guys got any more questions for me? I'm gonna start answering more chat questions again.
Where do you see yourself 3 years from now? Do you have like an overall goal? Like, you gonna continue doing anime blogs? You gonna like move out and expand your interest into something better?
That's a good question, and I'm not really sure. I tend to think of things only in 3-month chunks as opposed to years. But I really would like, because at some point I want to move out of Virginia Beach this year. I'm really hoping that'll happen in the next few months, but I haven't really done anything to further that plan yet. And then my 5-year plan is to learn Japanese and try to move to Japan, if I have the money. By
Every
5 years from now.
dream. It's so cliche.
It's cliche, but like, what's the thing about?
You gotta try, dude.
The thing about Tokyo is that it seems like the kind of place I'd want to live, anyways, because I love things to be like densely packed, and just the idea of there just being stuff everywhere. Like, if you get off a train, you know, at a stop at somewhere in Tokyo, you can just like get off the train and go into the first building you see, and there'll be some kind of cool store, and then you go like 1 floor up and there's another cool store in the same building, and you just keep doing that. And like, so my dream trip to Tokyo would be to just like do that, to just get off the subway and just go into each place and make my way slowly through the city. And the idea of that is so appealing to me that, like, you know, you could do it for fucking years before you saw everything in Tokyo. So I'd love to live there just to fucking explore it. Because, like, where I live, everything's very spread out. You can't really get around Virginia Beach without a car, you know?
Yeah.
And even if you do, there's not really that much stuff here. And the thing about Tokyo is that also it's, compared to any other city of its size and scope, it's way safer and way better put together. It's like a really well-made city, and well-run. And so, you know, like, I wouldn't want to do that same plan in New York. I wouldn't want to just get off the subway and go into a random building. You know, you don't know what's going to be in there.
That's
so, you know.
But Digi, you'll get groped on the subway by old men.
No, I hope so.
Oh no. That's the dream.
I'd love to know how real that is.
Oh,
I imagine
no, it's
quite
real.
real.
There have been many cases.
There.
Yeah.
There's a group of old men for each person that gets
Big problem. Go vote it up.
Yeah, go vote it up. So aside, all anime memery aside, I'd love to live in Tokyo just for that reason. But then also, of course, the anime memery, not aside. Let's go there, and everywhere I go, there's gonna be anime shit. That sounds awesome, you know? I mean, fucking Akihabara is the mecca for otaku. I gotta go there. I can't live with myself if I never make it.
Also, by learning
plan on marrying
Japanese,
an
you
Asian
can
girl
start
and
reading a
settling
lot of manga that isn't translated.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest goal for learning Japanese would be to read manga, just because there's so much of it that doesn't get translated. It's such a shame. It's so hard.
The hardest part about that is just going to be all the kanji. Like, only half of the manga that you get will have the furigana in, which is like
right. Well, that's
really helpful.
that's what I mean by learn Japanese. I mean, I can read katakana and hiragana just fine.
Same. I'm at the same stage as you, I guess. I know like 50 maybe from.
I know it's doable because I have a bunch of blogger friends who have done it. You know, like if you look at Ogiwe Maniacs, when I first started reading him, I don't think he knew Japanese very much at all, and then he would just read tons of Japanese manga with the furigana until he learned the kanji, and then he studied kanji for a year or two on his own, and now he can read Japanese manga, and he writes about it all the time, and I'm super fucking jealous. And there's a ton of resources,
procrastinating, Digi.
4chan has they have the daily Japanese learning thread, and they have a huge glossary of information and different websites you can use to help you, and manga, they have a glossary of which manga are easiest to read for a newcomer, and it's all there. As soon as I wanted to do it, to just set aside the time to do it, it can be done. It's just a matter of
you're too lazy to do anything.
I think DJT got kicked out. Same with the Sad Panda threads.
Really?
When they had that new influx of janitors, I'm pretty sure that's over on JP now.
Well, I'll just go to JP then. But
I don't use JP, so I'm not sure.
I mean, I think I have the links. The DJT thread Google Doc is probably saved in my drive somewhere. So I'm.
Digi, what do you use more, Reddit or 4chan?
Which one do I use more or
Yes.
like more?
Both. Use and like.
Would that be the same answer?
Don't spoon feed him.
I guess I use Reddit more because I have my own board. So,
Right.
you know, I go in there to discuss my own videos. But, like, on Reddit, I really just, like, I only check my board, our anime, and I mostly go to our anime to see what people are saying about my videos and then get really mad at them and not be able to respond because I'm banned. It's a good thing I'm still banned from our anime because there's so many times that I, like, get ready to type, oh, you motherfucker, I hope you die, kill yourself, and then I can't do anything.
Is it just a permanent ban or is it still temporary and ends in like 16 years?
As far as I know, it was always permanent. They never gave me any information. I didn't even get a notification when I was banned. Like, they never
because
told me.
I've been banned from me IRL, and they just give you like a 140 years ban, which is basically I don't think there's a function for a perma ban, but they just give you like 140 years of ban.
I'm back as an old dude. What's up, guys? I'm back.
I can't believe the fact that I'm still banned from there. It seems so like unbelievably unreasonable to me.
It's ridiculous.
It's a little cancerous anyway, so I don't think
it's literally just fan art.
You call Reddit cancer.
There is way too much fan art, but like there is.
Yeah, it's.
There's times I go on there and I see something interesting and then I see a comment that I could respond to and I can't, and it just makes me mad, you know.
Just get one of us to be your to be like you. to just say it for you. Just hire someone whose name is like Digi Bro with 2 O's, and no, it's not Digi Bro.
Digi Bro.
It's just a guy.
Yeah.
Just make it like the majority
Like a second
of,
hand.
Comes from Twitter now.
I think it's funny how Ben isn't banned yet.
Yeah, how the fuck is he not banned from anywhere? Ben, who just like will go onto a subreddit, post his own video, go on Twitter, tell everyone to vote it up, and it just works, and no one cares.
Well, the best part about that is when he posted the first thing he promoted on his Twitter, someone ratted on him in the comments of that Reddit post.
Yeah,
and the mods just didn't do anything.
Yeah, fucking amazing to me.
And then we all got mad at him.
I mean, I guess it was his first offense, but still, there was nobody even warned him. And then you guys know about what he did on 4chan that time?
Yeah, he posted his Nuzlocke.
Tell me.
He made a whole thread for his Nuzlocke on VP, linked it on Twitter, and amazingly, I've never seen this before, the entire thread was just his fans. He ran a whole thread of just his Twitter fans talking about how cool his Nuzlocke is for like an hour and a half, and no one did anything about it. It wasn't moderated. No one came in and told him, go kill yourself, get out of here. Nothing happened. There was no negative consequences. I could not believe it. That must be the tamest fucking board on 4chan.
It's probably
Nuzlocke are really good.
Lewd pictures of May? What? Or whatever her Japanese name is? Or is VP changed?
I have no idea. I don't go on VP, but I just assume they must be the tamest board if they didn't slaughter him for that. But yeah, aside from my own Reddit and our anime, I don't really go on any other Reddits, which I would like to. Like, I think Reddit is great. I think it's an amazing resource for information because you can. I mean, there's a Reddit board for literally fucking anything. Like. I remember finding, like, one day I was like, I wonder, I want to learn how to roll my own cigarettes. And there's, like, a whole board of a whole culture of rolling cigarettes and, like, every piece of information you could ever want to know about it. Like, you could take any random hobby, anything you like, you know, drinking beer in the shower. There's a Reddit thread for taking pictures of yourself drinking beer in the shower. And I was like, I'm into this. That's what I do. I never took any, but but I would totally do that.
You should.
You know, just like it's amazing to me, and my friends, some of my offline friends were really into Reddit for a time when they all got into working out and health, because like my friend Don-san, who was like 350 pounds, lost 100 pounds on a keto diet. Just he learned everything about it from our keto, you know. So like, I see it as this amazing resource for information, and because anything you want to know, they always have experts. There's always someone there who knows more than anyone else on the subject. And part of the reason I want to be unbanned from our anime is because I know there's a few guys on there who are like hardcore Shinbo experts, and I want to be able to talk to those guys about Shinbo shit, you know, or to discuss it in the threads that come up about him. And I can't. So it's really annoying, but I don't know, maybe there needs to be an R Shinbo. Maybe I should make that.
Just
but
direct message him.
Someone's gonna start it.
Yeah. But aside
I'm a lot of those
from-
guys on True Anime anyway.
I don't know.
obviously-
I've never been to True Anime, but because it just seemed slower to me.
Yeah, I would be on it if it wasn't just so dead, because there's just nothing happening there.
At that
A
point,
lot
why
of
not
the
just go to
experts, like the
8chan?
serious people, they're on other subreddits. Anime is kind of a shithole.
My Bananya video got like it was one of the top video or posts all time on our True Anime. They loved it for some reason. That intellectual might.
Hey, Lachlan, this is the first time we've ever been in a call together.
It's true.
It's incredible.
Digi, about Guy, best guy ever.
Yeah.
Like, is he really as weird as he is in his videos in real life? Well, I wouldn't say weird, but just he's got that
Is
sort
he
of
really the
out there
best guy
personality.
ever?
What exactly?
He's weird because he's outgoing and personable. That's what he means.
And you mean weird as in he comes off as more of a normie than the rest of us?
Like he has a stage presence in his videos. I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah, he's very charismatic.
Yeah.
That's a difficult question because he definitely. There's sort of a narrative arc to the character in his videos that hasn't been fully explored yet because we're so early. I mean, if any of you watched the old My Little Pony stuff back when he was Two Best Brothers Bitch About Ponies, if the character of Keg Standard is basically went through the same arc that this new character is also supposed to be going through. So it's like the idea is that he's trying to paint a picture of himself as a guy who was like a nerd in high school and learned through anime to become a manly badass, and now he's like constantly trying to project an image of being the most like the masculine ideal, this super badass cool guy, but all of it is built on this this pretense of like deep underneath it all he's still a nerd and still like a fragile ego that could be burst, and so there's like more to it that hasn't really been explored because he's had videos that have been in development for like 3 fucking years that still haven't come out yet. So I don't want to spoil too much about the best guy ever arc, but his character is it's based on himself. He's obviously not as much of like a loud, crazy, hip. I don't know what other words you'd use to describe him, but
so it's an act, basically.
It's just, I would say that in the case of everyone on the PCP, our characters in our videos are just heightened versions of how we feel. It's just,
So it's like
just
pro wrestling.
Yeah, like I mean, if you met Jesse in real life, he is a quiet, not talkative dude. He just sits, he's an introspective guy who doesn't like make a scene or talk a whole lot. But when you turn a camera on him, he just like instantly becomes that camera character. And so it's like it's not that he's not himself on camera, but he's not the same guy he would be off camera. He's not running around screaming at people. Now, mind you, he can go into a rant mode. If you provoke him, he will become his on-screen character in real life. But he's not like running around ranting and raving about shit. I think the only person in the PCP who's like exactly the same in the videos as out of the videos would be like me or Hippo, maybe Ben.
He kind of becomes what he wants to be in life. In his videos.
Who?
Guy. Like all of you just.
That would be probably pretty accurate. Like he's sort of I mean, not to say that he isn't any of those things, but he's projecting the image of the best parts of himself.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say too much because having a certain mystique is what is part of the act. Like I can't just pull back all the curtains and tell you exactly what everybody's like, because then it ruins the whole surprise. It's really funny with Mumkey because he is so bad at keeping up the kayfabe of his character. Like Mumkey has all these things that like are supposed to be part of his character, but then he'll go on his Let's Plays and like immediately ruin all of it. Like in one video he'll get like kidnapped or something, and then the very next day he's uploading a Pokemon Let's Play like talking about, in my last video I was kidnapped, so I guess I'm kidnapped now. Or he's just
that's one thing he failed to copy from Jesse, the consistency between all his different channels storylines.
Yeah, Jesse I think Jesse does that because Jesse just kind of develops his videos linearly. Like it's not like he goes at it like I'm gonna make a video for this channel and then this channel. It's just like he makes a video and then decides which channel that belongs on, you know? So they all kind of flow into one another, which is the hardest thing about trying to get somebody into Jesse's channels, because sometimes you would have to watch the videos in the order they came out for them to totally make sense, and doing that between 3 different channels is really fucking hard.
What channel should you start
I can
with
attest.
for Jess?
It was difficult.
Endless Jess is the place to start. I mean, if you start from his super early videos, then there'll be no problem, because that's before it gets into like any complex narrative stuff. And you know, the very first video on his channel, the Demon Souls review, is great. So
Still
it's
a masterpiece.
Yeah,
It's still the best.
Because I like went to his channel and I saw there's like 5 different channels, and it's like, oh, there's a lot of content here.
Yeah, if you just, I mean, to me the best like 3 videos I would suggest to just get into him entirely would be the Demon Souls review, the what the fuck is it called? Altered Beast review, and the Hello Kitty's Cube Frenzy review. I think between the 3 of and maybe actually, you don't even have to watch the Demon Souls one, watch the Sim City one. Between those, you'll get everything you need to know about him.
Okay.
What would you say is the best Jesse video ever produced?
I mean, it's hard not to say Horseshoe Finale, because it's
I was gonna ask you about
a
that
film,
Horseshoe.
you know. Yeah, Horseshoe Finale, What You Gonna Do is one of my favorites. The one where he just loses his mind over Hulk Hogan, and that one, the ending of that video is probably one of the most emotional I've ever gotten over a YouTube video, where it's like the video's 30 minutes long, and the first like 25 minutes is back and forth between just a ranting about a topic, which is cool. It's a good rant, and then just like utter madness that seems unrelated to everything. And then when those two things crash into each other at the very end in a very emotional way, it's totally mind-blowing. It's one of my favorites. And the Hello Kitty Cube Frenzy video has always been one of my favorites, just because that's the one that kind of got me into Jesse's work in the first place. So those. And of course, the whole Horseshoe Saga, all of it should be, even if you don't care about My Little Pony, it's worth watching the Horseshoe Saga just because it's such good content.
Do you still watch
I'd say that about his wrestling content as well. Like, if,
the
just
wrestling
like watch
stuff
at
is
least
almost,
like one of his podcasts.
I would say the
'Cause, like-
wrestling shit's almost meant for people who don't watch wrestling, because most of it's just explaining stuff that, you know, wrestling fans might already know. But both if anybody who wants to get interested in wrestling or comics, the Wrestling Cast and the Panel Cast are both just like immediate entries, because Jesse will tell you like the entire 15-year narrative of one character, and then you'll know everything. You'll be like, suddenly I'm completely invested. Except the only sad part is usually he's telling you that story to tell you how badly they fucked it up and how now it's worthless.
That's a recurring theme.
That sounds like comics.
Yeah.
I love the video where he just opened the Old Man Logan comic and just read it.
Oh,
yeah, let's read. I don't think I sat through that whole one.
Is that the one where his power's out and he's reading it with like a flashlight?
Yeah, that's the case.
That was the best one. That was the best comic book one by far.
Is he still flooded?
That's been cleaned up, but I don't know if he's moved back into the basement yet. It was pretty brutal though. He's not sick anymore, I don't think. He got sick from being because his basement flooded, and then they cleaned all the water out, but like the whole room was